Sunday. We are currently starting our preparations for Tropical Storm Ian. And the way it's looking so far, as of the 8 o'clock this morning update, we're going to be getting probably tropical storm force winds up here in Tampa Bay area, out of the west coast of Florida. So we're starting to do some preparations. They keep moving the track west, which is great for us, in the sense that we're not going to have a direct hit. I mean, it's been over 100 years since Tampa Bay had a direct hit from a hurricane. So I'm playing the odds are still in our favor. So we're gonna just start doing some prep and get Reverie ready, get our house ready, and hopefully this will just skirt along the coast. We'll have some wind and some rain, and hopefully that'll be the extent of it. So I'm on my way to Reverie, which right now is sitting at Regatta Point Marina. We had to move it from where we normally keep it, which is pretty protected because we're working on the seawall. So I may bring Reverie back from where the marina where it is, and I'll show you what that looks like. Just because I think it's safer in our basin than it would be out on the Manatee River on the marina. So I'll show you that. But you know, part of living in Florida is you're going to have hurricanes, you're going to have the storms. You know, out of the 365 days a year you live here, you may have you know, maybe 10 days where you're dealing with storm-related stuff. So from a percentage basis, it's still better to live in Florida than anywhere else, at least in my book. So we'll see how it goes over the next couple of days, and we'll provide some other updates as kind of things progress. So before I get working on my own thing, I have to help a captain that's gonna pick up one of my clients' boats. He bought a very nice Regal 26XO, beautiful boat. And after talking about what's going on with the weather and the conditions, we're going to move the boat out of the marina and send it over to Apollo Beach, where he has his home. He just bought the boat, so he hasn't had time to move it. But after talking with him, decided that it was better to move it and secure it further north and further inland, so it would have a lot more protection from the storm. So one thing in this area, you know, we've been through a lot of storms, so nobody panics. Nobody's on a you know, kind of hoarding of supplies. Everybody's pretty calm and pretty organized, and because we have so much time to prepare, you know, people are not rushing. They're doing preparations early and kind of monitoring the storm. It's kind of what everybody does in the state. So you know, should be a pretty normal day for the most part. So normal life at the marina. Have a little cloud coverage, a little bit of rain forecast for today, not much, but nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, so that's the Regal. This is leaving here shortly. I'm just gonna remove the cover and kind of get it ready for the captain to take it and help him get on his way. That sound you hear is not actual real birds. It's they're broadcasting that through the speakers, and that keeps all the other birds from flocking and flying over the birds and getting stuff all pooped up. So as annoying as it sounds sometimes, it actually seems to work. So here's some tips on storm prep for your boat. Normally you want to double up on your lines. It just helps ensure that if one line fails, you still have a second line, or if the winds are really strong, you have two lines sharing the load versus a single line. You can see it right there in the bow. The other thing we recommend, and this is actually one of the boats we sell, it's the tying of the furling mainsail. You can pull it out, wrap it around the mast and tie it. I'll keep it from opening up. On your forward head sail, you can either remove it completely or you can wrap it and tie the drum. So that drum is tied to, let me see if I can get my finger there. The drum is tied to the stanchion to prevent it from getting unfurled if in heavy wind. Usually the problem is the sails will open up and because they weren't secured, and that's what causes problem. But you can see also, we wrapped around and tied that head sail. If you have a standard sail plan, what you can do is either remove the sails completely, or you can wrap line around the sail on your boom to make sure that it doesn't open up, and keep it secure and as close to the boom as possible. The other thing you want to do for hurricane preparation or storm preparation is to add additional fenders, both on the dock side and in between boats. Boats get loose at marinas and they don't always float straight. So you want to have fenders on both sides of your boat, as many as you can afford, to make sure you have adequate cushion in case something gets loose or your boat gets loose and it goes against another boat. Now, some things that happen at marinas, sometimes we have some derelict boats left behind. So this is an S2 that somebody left abandoned. It's been chained, it's been tagged by the city, basically given an ordinance to move this boat out of here. It's just been sitting there for a while, but the boat is taking a leaking, just sitting here, and if the storm comes and they haven't done something different or secured this boat in some other way, this thing is going to be completely destroyed against kind of all that concrete protection that's sitting around. So they're having chain, I don't know if it's an anchor or the engine block or whatever it is they threw down there. But this is the kind of stuff that this thing gets broken loose for whatever reason, ends up hitting other docks, or hits up aground, or it hits boats currently on anchor. So be a responsible boat owner. So a lot of people haven't done much of a preparation. They're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with the storm before they take some action. We have time. Sunday, it probably won't get here until Wednesday night, Thursday morning. So there's still some good weather left to do storm preparations. All right, so there's several people here starting to get their boats ready for the storm. So the prediction is that it's going to be off the west coast of Florida, so it's going to be down that way. That's the entrance to the Manatee River. But it means that we're going to get wind blowing in from the east and the southeast blowing this way. So where I'm sitting at, it's not a great spot for that kind of wind because I have nothing blocking the wind from getting to my boat. So there's a very good chance I'm going to move the boat back to my slip, even though the dock is not completely there, but the pylons are, and secure it there because it's going to be protected from that wind coming off the east and the southeast. So for now, what I'm going to do is start prepping things, disconnecting the water, securing the sails, tying the drum, and just getting ready. So come Monday, I'm going to more than likely move the boat. Normally, if this was going to be
hurricane force winds, I would completely take the sails down and just leave it on the sticks. But since it's only going to be tropical storm force winds so far, I still have time to, you know, make adjustments if I need to. Right now I'm just securing things so they cannot uncoil. So I disconnected all the halyards and timed the head of the sail to the mast. So if for some reason the tying on the sail gets undone, it's not gonna, you know, lift up on its own and basically start sailing on the spot. I secure all the halyards to the cleat, so everything is locked in place, and then it'll be you know, wrapped in the cover, and then I'm gonna put a line around the cover to keep everything nice and tight. If by tomorrow or Tuesday they're telling us that you know, the pattern shift east, so we're gonna get more hurricane strength winds, then I'll come back and just take the whole sail down and put it away. But for now, I'm just doing some prudent preparations. I can always do more because I have time on my side. That's the benefit of starting early. So I'll show you what all this looks like once I'm done. All right, everything that can be done up to this point is done. I wish I had my window put in, but we're just gonna have to get through without it. I put some plastic and taped it really good from both sides, inside and out. Brought everything in, the grill, the motor lift, and everything else is inside now that can be inside. I'm gonna lock it up and go home. I'm gonna leave the AC running for another day. Probably Tuesday I'll come over and unhook the shore power and pretty much just get everything ready for whatever wind we're gonna get. So I'm gonna go home and check the weather, see how we're progressing, and then make some more decisions from there. All right, so here in the cockpit, we checked the drains back there in the corners, and up here on deck, make sure that they're clear so water will drain from the boat. I wasn't about to take all of this down, so I put a line over the top of the panels. The panels are screwed into the frame, and the frame is screwed into the side supports. So I put some ties on two spots in case it gets a lot of lift and starts sliding. Those ties will keep it together, and then this line will also keep this from lifting if for some reason the wind is so strong that starts lifting the panels. If they rip, you know, nothing I can do about it. I would have to take the whole frame down, which is going to take a lot of time, and I don't think the storm's going to be strong enough. So for anything under category 1, I leave everything up. If there's more than that coming, that is going to make a landfall where we're going to get the sustained winds, then I will probably disassemble the solar panels and put them away. But for the weather we have so far, this is what I'm doing. So I put fenders on the pole and the sides. I have a fender on that side. I'm going to add another one. What I did is I disconnected the main and tie it in place. The sail itself has wraps around it, then it has the cover, and now it has line over that, so I'm not expecting the main to give me any trouble. So moving forward, tie the roller to the stanchion to keep it from uncoiling, and tie the line. So it's gonna take a hell of a lot of wind to unfurl that sail. So right now I have single lines because I may move the boat. If it looks like I'm gonna keep it here, then I'll double line. But for now, I have single, and I have springs, and I have a double up on the starboard side aft. But if it you know, if I move it, then I'll tie it double line at home at my dock. If not, then I'll come back here and double tie, put additional lines. But for now, this is kind of step one of the preparation. So we'll see how we do. So this is real quick. Just want to show you the things that I use when I'm looking at the storms. So I use Predict Wind to kind of monitor the activity. So what you see here is the screen capture for the overnight on Wednesday evening. And I'm looking at, you know, where the winds are coming from, how much rain, and what kind of gusts can we expect for the marina where I'm planning on being. The Predict Wind also has the maps, so I can look at what you see here is like Thursday, September 29th. This is what they're predicting, where the storm could potentially be, what the wind field is going to be like, and then what is the strength of the wind in our area. So if you look at the bottom, you're going to see the color coding for the wind strength. So I'll look at that for several time frames. This one is actually Wednesday. I probably should have shown you this one first, but you can see where the dark red is where the strongest winds are going to be. The arrows indicate the wind direction. So the way this wind is moving is actually good for us because it's going offshore, which means that we're not going to have a big storm surge, at least under the current forecast. That could change. And lastly, I look at the tide tables because depending on the time the storm's going to land, if you're going to have a high storm surge but you have a low tide, then that's going to help kind of balance the equation as to how much the boat is going to rise or fall when you're looking at how you're going to tie your boat in preparation for the storm. So these are just some of the things that we use. This is kind of a quick and dirty video of the initial prep. On Monday I'll do another video of the final prep. Tuesday is when things are going to start feeling the winds, so the storm track will probably change, and if it does, then I'll do some additional preparation on the boat. Alright gang, so that's the update on Sunday. I'll provide another update on Monday as we get more information on the storm and what's going to happen next. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, please click below and subscribe to our channel. We're sharing all of our adventures and refitting of Reverie. And you know, as we get some of the storms during this time of the year, we'll share that information as well to help you prepare if you ever have to deal with a situation like this. So thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow.